This is Heliod again. Hi, this is Heliod again. I didn't get to, or at least I didn't think of it at the time. I wanted to talk about the whole PS3 jailbreak utility that came out. Um, I guess in like Australia, or whatever. Just quick thoughts on it. At least my thoughts on it. This is not as big as people are making it out to be. I think if anything, you'll see like maybe 1 to 5% penetration of actual PS3 users that are hardcore hackers that are going to go out and buy this thing. I mean, $150 for this device that you know, Sony just came out saying that they know about it. They know about this tool. Apparently, from at least what I'm understanding, don't quote me on this. This technology, this piece was stolen or sold, given away from a repair employee, someone who does servicing on a PS3, and it was cloned off that tech. Don't quote me on this. I'd have to go back through. I remember reading over it earlier today, but they do know about it, which leads me to believe that they have something in line to counter it, whether it be some form of firmware that update that makes it so that way it can detect that the manager in the game, I guess. But what I'm thinking they'll probably end up doing is putting some kind of code in all going forward games. They'll probably send out some kind of code to all the developers and saying that that code has to be in every one of their PS3 versions. Um, Something so that way, uh, going forward, all games will have to have that code in it um, to identify it. So that way, you'll have to be playing that. To play that game, you'll have to have that code running at the time at that same time. Um, so that means even if you have that little backup manager, the jailbreak, the PS3 jailbreak, PS jailbreak, it won't work because it will only read what game you're playing. And then there's tons of other stuff they can do. They can once if they can read it and they can detect it once through a firmware update, means online gaming for anyone who buys one of these things and figures, oh, I'm just gonna go on GameFly, rent games, rip them to my hard drive because now I got this cool tool. All the online features, that's gone. You're not playing it because it's gonna detect this tool, um, and it makes sense. It was a device used for servicing and for dev purposes. It doesn't sound. I mean, yeah, it's upgradable, so yeah, hackers are going to try to come out with patches for it, but to get around any kind of firmware updates. But Sony's just going to stay on top of it. Every time they do a firmware update, they're going to put something new, and then all the hackers are going to have to go back to square one and looking at some kind of new fix to get around it. Another thing they could do is they could, because this is a stolen piece of technology, it's still illegal in the United States, and they could go after these guys. That the legislature clearly states that that jailbreaking is only for you know certain kind of applications, but it's you're not using hardware that was stolen and reverse engineered to pretty much steal. That's exactly what this is for. And yeah, that guy in the UK said, "Oh well, you know, it's not intended for this and shouldn't be used for." When you give crooked people or people with no morals the ability to steal, do you think they're going to want to pay for games? I don't think so. I mean, I've been reading all over the forums today. Oh, there's these people that are so happy that now they can rip games and steal games and get a goddamn job. I'm sorry, you broke people. I know the economy sucks, but you think that's going to help the devs? You steal the games by ripping them to your hard drive and then you never pay full price. You think they're going to keep making games, or are they going to start making shittier games because they can't invest in it because you hackers are ripping them off? Um, so I know hackers don't care, But I don't want to get off. Sorry, didn't want to get off on that tangent. But I just want to say that they know about it. Sony knows about this tool. I'm sure they've got something in plan. You hook that thing up. The next firmware update comes out, which I'm sure they'll have it in the next day or so. And me personally, people say that they just ban your user and then you can just go and create another user. I hope Sony says screw that. We're gonna brick your system. We catch you with it. We're gonna brick your system, and we're gonna get your IP address, and we're gonna take legal action against you. It's stolen technology. I hope they sue and press criminal charges against every single one of the people that steal this thing, as well as the manufacturer of them. I hope they go after this company and put them before the courts. And I hope that they go after who gave them the technology. Push it all the way back. See who got it. Throw that person's ass in jail. I'm a gamer. I'm not a thief. And anyone who feels like hacking is a good thing and stealing games, I hope your ass goes to jail. You're scum. Um, you ruin it for me because all that happens is all the gamers, legit gamers, people who game because it's fun and because they're paying the price of admission because they actually enjoy the experience and they feel it's worth it and they don't have this entitlement mentality. They don't mind paying the amount because of what they get from it. But you hackers ruin it for us because what ends up happening is these companies, and like Sony's already showed us, they'll take features away from us because of what you do. And I know you don't care because you're not into gaming. It's just for the thrill of being able to do something you're not supposed to be able to do, and you don't care. But I implore, sorry, wrong word, any gamer out there, it's a true gamer, if you know of anyone that's hacking and stealing games, report their ass. Um, you're doing yourself a service because it just means that game companies are going to keep making good games because they know that the community of gamers are willing to back them up and defend them against people who will steal from them. Well, just my thoughts, Hilya. Just wanted to rant a little bit.